is going on, Gulf Coast Nation? Guys, welcome home. This morning, it's a little brisk. We've got the coats on. We've got the whole crew today. And we've got the Everglades right behind us. That's right, we're about to push out with some fans of the channel today, and we're gonna get on some awesome giant fish. So, let's get the boat in the water. Let's get to it. Yew! Baby, let's go. Ooh, Logan pitched back all the way to this piling.
Alrighty, we might have number 7 here.
It's wild, dude. Alrighty, y'all. So this week's episode is a little bit unique just because we have to walk you guys through some events rather than normally we show you guys via video. But as you guys saw in the intro, we are pushing 30 miles offshore out of Pensacola to do some vertical jigging. And boy, let me tell you, it was rough on the way out. North winds, when we started, it wasn't bad. It was like super calm, obviously. Yeah. But as the day started, it was pretty low winds. And then as we were making the probably 45-minute run out to our spot, it got absolutely bumping out there. We were talking to Lucas, and he was like, "Man, let's just keep going. The Everglades did a very good job. We're running dual motors, and it was bumpy, but it wasn't like super uncomfortable. I'm not gonna say it wasn't uncomfortable, but it was a little.
Yeah, it could have been better weather-wise for sure.
But we were close enough to the spot when it got pretty bad that we were just like, look, let's just go ahead and do it. We're here. Might as well make a couple drops, and then worst case we'll just kind of ease back in. But we get there, we drop a jig. Immediately, Logan hooks up on his first, from what I understand, big saltwater game fish. They've done a little bit of saltwater fishing, but Logan, his younger brother, is primarily a bass guy. And so we drop down. He smacks an absolute giant cuda, which was sick. We get to use it for shark bait. Yeah. They got to kind of start the day off hot. And basically what we were doing, because it was so rough, their rodent couldn't hold in that stuff. So we were having to go to the top of the spot, drift back across, get as many jigs in as we could during that drift, and then reset, and probably 3-4s and then 15, 20 mile an hour winds. So we were doing that basically all day. We had capped off a couple more cuda, lost some fish to sharks, probably hooked up on a couple AJ that got sharked, got cuda'd a bunch on our jigs, lost quite a few jigs. And then we made it off pretty good. We're running jigs down to the bottom in about 200 foot. And we are locked down drag, trying to drag AJ basically back out of the wreck. So we were taking turns jigging, obviously jigging for multiple hours can get pretty tiring. So we were switching back and forth. I just stepped on the jig, and while we were drifting, you'd cast it way out in hopes that by the time your jig was straight down, that it was straight below you, so you could jig, properly vertical jig. So my jig hits the bottom, and I just jigged it a couple times, stuck something, felt like an AJ, felt big head shakes. So I just started ripping on it. I was like, Logan, dude, you knock it out. And he's, like I said, just kind of new to saltwater fishing. He does a lot of bass fishing tournaments, so he's not new to fishing by any means. So he gets on it, dude. He's having the fight of his life, and I was like, dude, AJ, he can have it. It's going to be so sick. Can't wait. We're looking for color. I got the gaff just in case, because sometimes on this wreck, cuda will follow him up, and you can free gaff cuda. We'll take all the shark bait we can get. And it's coming up, and I'm like, oh, it's a nice AJ. You kind of see some color down there. And then all of a sudden, it turns sideways, and Blaine calls it first. He's just like, holy crap. That's a giant cobia. And I'm like, no way it is. You see the head turn. So he comes up on the surface. I reach for the gaff. He goes just out of gaff range. I couldn't get him. And I realized about the time I see him start to run, that fish starts to run really hard, I was like, dude, we got lockdown drag. This reel's locked in. I was like, we got to back the drag down. So Blaine's like, back the drag down. So I reach over. I try to back the drag down. Logan does a great job making it around the front of the boat, because he has to walk around the front of the boat with his fish. The braid can't nick the boat. Nothing can go wrong. And then he goes around the front of the boat. I go around the back of the boat to meet him over there. And then we get the gaff probably 30 seconds later. Stuck him with the gaff. You guys know cobia, who have cobia fished before. Stuck him with the gaff. He starts freaking out. We're telling everybody, get back, because we're going to have to put this fish in the boat. We can't just let him sit there because he might get sharked or cut off or whatever. So I'm just like, we got to flip him in the boat and just get away from him, let him have his freak out. So we put him in the boat. Blood just goes absolutely everywhere. So the entire interior of the boat was now red, and this cobia just freaks out. We're all freaking out, celebrating. And that was pretty much the peak moment of that offshore trip. And then probably after, 3 hours of doing that or so was when we decided to push back in. So we got a cobia, we got a couple smaller jack, like bar jacks and stuff like that, and then a few cuda. They had their fun. Everyone was absolutely toast from jigging. And it was kind of mid-afternoon. We were like, look, let's just ease back in. And we got a game plan. We can roll inshore. We can get some, obviously, video then, because offshore, I'm telling you, even for GoPros, it was like,
oh my God,
there was no way we were going to get you guys proper video. So we roll back inshore, hit 3 Mile Bridge, and we hit an absolute fire bite for like an hour and a half. It was epic.
Yeah.
Check it out. Oh, we're on, baby. Let's go. On another. On another.
Alrighty, we might have number 7 here.
I got my gaff top. There we go. There he is. There he is. There it is, baby. I hope it is. Let's go, let's go. Keep beating them up, baby. Number 11. Ooh, Logan pitched back all the way to this piling. There it is. And it paid off. We've had a little bit of a slow gap here. It's been like 30 minutes. There it is. It's working, baby. Enjoy the fight, man. Yeah, he's like, it's not the side of the boat, guys. I'm just that good, all right? Oh, maybe he breaks 40. Speak Spanish with the redfish. There it is, baby. All right, I'm gonna fight. That's a toad, bro! Oh yeah. Come to that.
Oh. Yeah, it's total length, not 4.
Yeah, it's all the way down. Is it on him? Number 7. Ooh, good shot. Oh, my bad. Woo! That is a tank, bro! That is a tank! Holy smokes! Alright, I gotta show you guys a secret real quick. You guys will not catch big redfish like this. Check out the sandbar tagger hook. Just in the corner, just like that. Alright, man, I'm not gonna pick this fish up. You go pick this fish up. Alright, we gotta get a measure on this. Go give a toss back in, man. Whoosh. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. It was pretty awesome. I don't think I've ever gone 30 miles offshore.
No.
And then inshore. Definitely never caught like, I mean, obviously never caught a cobia and a redfish in the same day, but that's not like really pretty specific. But just going like, kind of big game offshore fishing, 30 miles offshore and 205 feet, and then coming back in to inshore, catching redfish. So they got pretty much a roundabout day. Fun fact, like we all were like, trying to pitch in and get those guys on fish and stuff. Blaine, much like his shark fishing career, never caught a fish the entire day. Just never had the opportunity. We were trying to pass rods a bunch, trying to get good video for you guys. And I think it's the same thing as Blaine's 10-foot club journey for shark fishing. It's just like, yes, Blaine has seen multiple 10-foot fish. He's leadered multiple 10-foot fish. He's passed the rod to many clients on 10-foot fish. But just Blaine himself has not seen a 10-foot fish. So this day kind of translated into how Blaine's fishing career here at Gulf Coast Nation has gone. But it was an exciting day. I'm glad that we got to get on the Everglades. That's a hole we've been wanting to get out on. We haven't really got an opportunity to do that. So it was cool. It was handled well. It's a heavy craft. Mm-hmm. But I think on this specific day being offshore,
helped us a lot.
Yeah, it took those waves really well. It was a pretty comfortable boat ride in for what it could have been in the Sea Pro.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It would have been
we would have turned around within 2 miles.
Would have been scrambled eggs, my guy. But it was a fun day, and so hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the action. The redfish action was hot. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Drop a comment below. Share with your friends. Go ahead and subscribe. And as always, we'll catch you guys in just a couple days. You.